Think you need a large garden to grow your own plants? Think again. Welcome to the world of container gardening, a realm where you can cultivate a variety of plants in the smallest of spaces. It's all about using what you've got, be it a sunny windowsill, a cozy balcony, or even a cluttered fire escape. In the world of container gardening, every inch is a potential green oasis. But here's the real kicker. With the right techniques, container gardens can yield more per square inch than traditional gardens. That's right, more plants, more produce, more beauty, all packed into your modest-sized space. This isn't just gardening, it's gardening maximized. It's about making the most of your resources, about finding growth in every corner, about transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. Now imagine what you could do with just a few square feet. The first step in successful container gardening: choosing the right container. Now you might be thinking, how do I choose the right container? That's where we come in. Let's start with the basics. Containers come in a variety of materials, each with their own benefits and drawbacks. Plastic containers, for instance, are lightweight, inexpensive, and retain moisture well. However, they can become brittle over time, particularly under the harsh sun. On the other hand, ceramic pots are sturdy and offer a wide range of aesthetic designs, but they can be heavy and more prone to cracking in cold temperatures. And then there's fabric pots, a newer entrant to the gardening scene. They're breathable, promoting healthier root growth, but they dry out quicker, requiring more frequent watering. But no matter the material, one crucial feature to look for in any container is proper drainage. Without it, water can accumulate at the bottom, leading to root rot, a surefire way to stunt your plant's growth or even kill it outright. So, always make sure your chosen container has ample drainage holes to allow excess water to escape. Size is another important factor. While it can be tempting to start with a small pot for your baby plant, it's often better to think ahead. Choose a container that will accommodate your plant's full-grown size to avoid the hassle of repotting later on. Remember, the right container can make all the difference. It's not just about housing your plant, it's about creating the ideal environment for it to thrive. So choose wisely, your plants are counting on you. Next, let's talk about the foundation of your garden, the soil. Digging into the nitty-gritty, the soil you choose is paramount to the success of your container garden. It's tempting to simply scoop up some soil from your backyard, but hold up. Garden soil is often too heavy and may contain diseases and pests. Instead, reach for a high-quality potting mix. It's light, it's fluffy, and it's designed specifically for container gardening. The beauty of potting mix is that it promotes excellent drainage while retaining enough moisture to keep your plants happy. It's a balance, you see. Too much water and your plants can drown, too little and they'll parch. Now, to the matter of feeding your plants. Plants, like us, need a balanced diet to thrive. This is where fertilizers enter the picture. Fertilizers are, in essence, plant food, providing your green buddies with the nutrients they need to grow. You have two main choices here: organic and synthetic. Organic fertilizers derived from plant and animal sources release nutrients slowly, feeding your plants over a longer period. Synthetic fertilizers, on the other hand, are fast-acting, giving your plants a quick nutrient boost. Bear in mind though, moderation is key. Over-fertilizing can lead to nutrient burn, harming your plants. So, remember to follow the recommended dosage on the fertilizer package. And there we have it, the lowdown on soil and fertilization for your container garden. Feed your plants well and they'll feed you in return. Now that we've laid the groundwork, it's time to choose your plants. Picking the perfect plants for your container garden is like casting characters for a play. Each plant has a role to fill, and it's crucial to make sure they all work well together. The first step is understanding your light conditions. Different plants require varying levels of sunlight, so be sure to select plants that match your location's light exposure. Next, consider the space each plant will require. Some plants, like tomatoes and peppers, need room to grow and spread. Others, like herbs and lettuce, are content with less space. Match your plant choices with your container sizes to ensure they have the room they need to flourish. Another factor to consider is the compatibility of your plants. Some plants make great neighbors, helping each other grow and thrive. Others not so much. For example, beans and cucumbers are great companions, while onions and beans are a definite no-no. So, do a little research and plan your container garden accordingly. Lastly, consider the aesthetics. Mixing and matching colors, shapes, and sizes can make your garden not only productive but also visually appealing. Try pairing tall, slender plants with shorter, bushier ones, or pairing vibrant flowers with lush green foliage. Choose wisely, and your small space will soon be bursting with life. Water, the lifeblood of your garden, but how much is too much? It's a question that can leave even seasoned gardeners scratching their heads. Let's dive into it. Container plants have unique watering needs. Unlike plants in the ground, they can't draw moisture from deep within the earth. They are completely dependent on us for their hydration. So how do we get it right? The answer lies in understanding your plant's specific needs and observing changes in the soil. A good rule of thumb is to water when the top inch of soil feels dry to the touch, but remember, different plants have different watering needs. For instance, succulents and cacti prefer their soil to dry out completely between waterings, while ferns and peace lilies like to stay consistently moist. Now let's talk about evaporation. It's a sneaky little process that can leave your plants parched, especially in hot weather. To reduce evaporation, consider mulching. A layer of mulch can help keep the soil cool and moist for longer periods. It's like a little shade umbrella for your soil. Ensuring even watering is another important aspect. When watering, aim to wet the entire root zone. This encourages the roots to grow evenly, leading to a healthier plant. And remember, overwatering is just as harmful as underwatering. Too much water can lead to root rot and other plant diseases. Remember, water wisely, and your plants will thank you. With container gardening, every inch counts. When space is at a premium, it's time to think outside the box, or should we say, outside the pot. Vertical gardening is one ingenious way to maximize your space. Imagine your wall as a canvas, a living tapestry of greenery. From wall-mounted planters to trellises, the sky's the limit. Then there are hanging planters. Suspended from the ceiling, they add a touch of whimsy to your space. They're perfect for trailing plants like ivy or string of pearls, creating a waterfall of green from above. Plus, they make use of that often ignored overhead space. But let's not forget about balcony rail planters. These are your best buddies if you're a balcony gardener. They hook onto your railing, giving your plants a front row seat to the sun. From herbs to flowers, there's a whole world of plants that love these elevated homes. And the best part? You can mix and match these ideas. A wall of vertical planters here, a cluster of hanging pots there, and a row of balcony rail planters to top it all off. The possibilities are endless. Container gardening isn't about having a lot of space, it's about making the most of the space you have. So, don't be afraid to get creative with your space. Remember, in container gardening, there's no such thing as too small. There's only untapped potential. Even the smallest garden has its share of pests. It's how you manage them that matters. In the world of container gardening, we may encounter a few unwelcome visitors. Common culprits include aphids, slugs, or even diseases such as powdery mildew or root rot. But don't fret, there are organic methods to keep these nuisances at bay. For instance, a simple spray made from dish soap and water can deter many insects. Introducing beneficial insects like ladybugs into your garden can also help control aphid populations. As for diseases, prevention is your best defense. A healthy plant is less likely to succumb to disease. Ensure your plants have proper drainage to avoid root rot, and give them plenty of space to breathe to prevent fungal diseases. Remember, vigilance is key. Regularly inspect your plants for signs of pests or disease. Your plants are dependent on you for their health. Be vigilant. Now you're ready to start your own container garden. You've learned how to choose the right container, select the best soil and fertilizers, pick suitable plants, apply effective watering techniques, maximize small spaces, and manage pests and plant care. This journey towards mastering container gardening brings both joy and satisfaction. It's about more than just plants. It's about creating your own haven in a world of concrete. So, unlock the potential of your small space. Start container gardening today and grow your own slice of paradise.